let's see if we can have peace with this principle. And in the last 8 years, I have demonstrated by experimenting with cyber force fields that it is possible. It's possible with a protective approach, by setting different rules to be followed by the parties involved. We can force peace in the system. And you can see the other articles on the fundamentalhumanrights.org. You can go to this website and learn more, but this is the most important for the discussion tonight. The fact that that programs can today easily harm other programs without blockage. In fact, there are some attempts of giving some controls to the users, but these attempts are not working, and I'll explain a little bit more later. So our solutions at the website cyberforcefield.com truly bring an alternative computer medicine, and it is a protective proactive approach. Yes, thanks, Tara. Without cyber force field, every program has the ability to change every other program. You can see on this graph, the arrows represent the attacks, so they come from all the directions, from the user at the keyboard, from the local network, from the peripherals, and the internet. Mainly from the internet, of course. Most attacks come from the internet. But once an attack is in, once the malware is in, they corrupt programs which can corrupt other programs. It's very messy. You know what's happening during an attack. It's very hard to remove a malware because the tools you use usually to protect yourself are also infected. So it is difficult to know what's safe and how to get started. In fact, often you have to reinstall the whole system. Now, with cyber force fields, you have a proactive approach. We compartmentalize the system so that data and program have specific rules they have to follow, and you know, specific data can only be accessed by the legitimate programs, and any access, unlegitimate access, can be recorded and detected. So every attacks can be detected. Every attacks to what counts, the data that counts in your program. In fact, we focus on actions. We focus on the actions of the program rather than knowing about who is bad and who is good. You know, rather than, we don't need with our approach to scan the hard drive, and we don't need update and upgrade all the time. We just need to set the rules, and then we have the system secured, and we just need to have a system in place to upgrade the programs we need in a safe way. So there's an art to set up the system. It requires a little bit of knowledge, but it is a true solution. It is at the end of the day fixing the problem, because it gives to the users the control of what's happening with their data and what program and what users will have access to it. If you don't have this control, how can you speak about security? If you don't know how to detect an attack, how can you speak about security in the first place? It's ridiculous. If you just trust the security software to do the right thing, it is a little bit like trusting a doctor in the Middle Age with very primitive knowledge to take care of your health. You know, they speak Latin. They used to speak Latin in the Middle Age to keep you as ignorant and stupid, in order to have to reserve the rights to do whatever they want with total impunity. But it's time we change this state, and we educate you, the users, to understand what's going on, and we give you the tools to control what's going on. And this is what cyber force field, the tool to control what's going on, and cyber martial arts, the knowledge to use your tools, give to you. And this is the first screen of cyber force field, which gives you a few levels of control. This, I don't want to go into too much in the details, but I just want to say that installations are the most critical part, the most dangerous action that you can do with the computer. So it has to be very well organized. It has to be done safely, in a very smart way. There are different ways to do installations, and when you don't do installations in your computer every day. So why putting your computer at risk 24/7 when normally it should only be at risk whenever you need to change one of your programs? Because every malware is a program. If you control when a new program can be installed in your computer, you control also when malware has a chance to get in. So that's just one aspect of our security that is quite revolutionary in itself, controlling when the danger can come in and how. And we have ways to control installations so that the program which gets installed is monitored even during and after its installation. So we control everything. Cyber force field's log file of alerts look a little bit like that. It reports the attacks, so you know what programs is attempting to access what data or what settings. It might look a little bit complicated, like entering a plane. But well, this is just driving a car is complicated the first time you try. People are ready to spend sometimes 200 or 300 hours to learn how to drive a car, and now it's a little bit important to spend at least a few hours, at least 10-20 hours to learn about computer security. That's needed today. And this is what cyber martial arts is about. We have different levels of bells to graduate people in their knowledge to total security. Not everyone wants to know everything about security, of course, but we believe that everyone, for at least a business, should have the green belt level to really feel secure and to be sure that nothing is done maliciously against their data without their authorization. So you can find more information on cybermartialarts.net about all these different levels. And I'll give you quickly a couple of examples. If your computer is slow, for example, one quick thing you can do is press Alt Control Delete if you have Windows. All this is for Windows, by the way, Windows operating systems. Just pressing Alt Control Delete, you can see the amount of resources that is being used, and sometimes just by closing a few windows of your browser, you can fix the problem. If your computer slows down, it's not necessarily mean you have a virus. Sometimes you have scripts running on websites which consume a lot of resources, and a lot of people don't know about that. That's one information that you should know about. That's a practical example you can go away with tonight. False alerts. There are many false alerts when you surf the net. Pop-up window telling you your computer has been infected. There are attacks. When you have a product like Cyber Force Field to protect you, you are protected. So whatever you answer, because that's another thing. When you have this pop-up window, whatever you answer, it doesn't mean that nothing will happen. Whether you close the window or press agree or ignore, the same program might get started.